Alrighty then, welcome back to the Net to Net podcast, soccer edition. We have been gone for a little bit, but we are back now, starting to release more stuff. We got the full panel today. We got your host, Sam Kelty, Skelt. We got Caleb Kirsch, and we got Casey Kirsch joining us like usual. So we're going to start this thing off today talking about the big news around soccer. Two big managers of two iconic teams have announced that they are leaving at the end of this season. First, we're going to start off with the big one that no one saw coming at this early in the season, or actually late in the season, to be honest. Jurgen Klopp of Liverpool has announced in an interview with Sky Sports that he is leaving at the end of the season. We know with our Liverpool fans, not too happy, shell-shocked, probably all at home crying in their rooms with the lights off in bed.
What Caleb was doing the last 2 days.
Yeah, pretty much. Klopp pretty much announced this. He really told the board back in November that he was pretty much going to be done at the end of the season, which I think a lot of his players did not see coming. Just kind of a little background on Klopp. 2019-2020 Premier League champions. They won the Champions League in 2018-2019 under Klopp. He's came in from Mainz and Dortmund as managing. Took over in 2015 for Liverpool. He has won 284 games, 105 losses, or 78 losses and 105 draws with a win percentage of 60%. Notable players he's brought over in the last few years, since his reign: Sadio Mane, Mohamed Salah, Van Dijk, Alisson, just to name a few. So we're going to kind of turn this over to Kirsch, our Liverpool fan on the panel. How do you feel about this? What are your thoughts?
There's not too many words, and there's also a lot of words. It's hard to put it into a short thing here. Obviously, since Klopp came, we became a dominant team. Before that, we were kind of a laughingstock of the Premier League, and I've heard people in the past say, "Oh, you're a Liverpool fan, you're a glory hunter. You only support the teams that are winning." No, dude. I supported when John Joe Shelby was starting on the right wing and crap, and David and Gog was starting up front. Don't even give me this crap, okay? Jurgen Klopp cemented Liverpool as one of the top teams historically in the entire world. 6 Champions Leagues. Doing the unthinkable many times, and with random things happening and strokes of incredibleness happening against him. Klopp managed to, and cheating. I forgot to say that. Klopp managed to be unreal. 113 points from 116 or 113 points managed and 116 points total. Able to get at a certain point in his Liverpool career. I mean, the guy's an insane coach. Any club in the world would want him. And the fact that he really kind of just made people unreal. A prime example, Andrew Robertson. The guy comes from Hull City for £8 million, which technically we just swapped him for Kevin Stewart at that point because we sent him to Hull City for $7.8 million or something like that. It was pretty much a swap for an unknown academy product. And we turned him into the best left back in the world at the time. I mean, the guy does wonders. If you go down to Dortmund as well, they will tell you the same exact thing. Turning unknowns into world-class players like at a snap of a finger. I mean, he's got youth players right now playing like they're unreal right now. So, yeah, I mean, we have all those crazy nights with Klopp. The night at Anfield against Barca, that was one of the best moments of all time. The double doink against Everton where Divock just knocks it in, stuff like that. It's just Liverpool would be clear as day the easiest choice of saying the biggest club, the most trophies, the strongest team, if there wasn't for a little team called Manchester City to screw it all up with their 116 charges. 116 charges right there. If that was not in the way,
115.
Klopp would have several
Alleged 150 in
several Premier League titles. And hey, I got some smoke for Real Madrid as well. Benzema offsides in the Champions League final for the goal for Vinny. No, let's talk about that. So with all these little things happening to Klopp, would be cemented as one of the best of all time. Which obviously in the Premier League he's made Mohamed Salah the goal machine that he is. Roberto Firmino, I mean, the guy is signed from the guy who does transfer scouting from Football Manager, and they made him into a world-class striker. I mean, you can say what you want about Klopp. I mean, there was also a lot of rival fans recently on Twitter and Instagram kind of just sad about Klopp leaving, even though they may be Man U fans or Chelsea fans, just because of his spirit, you know, his ability to just woo Premier League fans and fans around the world. So, and with this video, it was really sad, like you guys said. I mean, obviously, it's not easy to deal with. Someone who's that closely connected to the spirit of your club, you know? And I don't know if you guys personally have a manager like this, but for teams of U-Sport, that's kind of how, I mean, if, for example, us Crew fans, I feel like if Wilfred Nancy continues on his trajectory, he could be kind of that figure where he is like that as well. But, I mean, you don't really have too many of these coaches where they're that ingrained in the spirit of a club. Kind of like how Shankly, if you went back in time and talked to Liverpool fans and back in the day, they'd probably say a similar speech about Shankly. So, you know, it is sad, and I think he might end up managing again in a couple years, maybe not this next coming season. But, you know, it's a rough time for Klopp stands out here.
Yeah, I would say I wouldn't go as far as saying Nancy could be that. I feel like with the Crew, I think probably the manager that's been ingrained the most would have to be Ziggy Schmidt. I don't think there's anyone else that's going to be that figure for the Crew, in my opinion. Ziggy Schmidt brings us our first MLS Cup ever, and he did a lot. And he'll live in legacy. Literally, the coach award every year is named after Ziggy Schmidt, and I believe the MLS Cup. Or I know they were thinking about naming the MLS Cup before they named something for it. But I think Ziggy Schmidt's for that, and then for the teams I support, Real Madrid. I think probably with Carlo, just because he's been there so many times. I would say Chelsea with Jose at the time. Other than that, no. It's just
the guy who got sacked twice.
Yeah.
And I mean, I could say Pep for Barcelona. Pep
you can say Pep.
He played for Barca. He grew up as a Barca fan in Catalonia. Like, he managed the lower teams, and then he ended up managing the first team being picked over Jose Mourinho.
Mm-hmm.
Ended up winning every single title. The sextuple, win a treble, you know, some Real Madrid have yet to do, and dominated that era of football.
Yeah,
and he also left on his own terms, like Klopp is doing now.
Unlike
Carlo, unlike Jose, like both got sacked.
Here's my question.
Bring up Zidane. Zidane left on his own terms. Zidane also left on his own terms, and Zidane was there. Zidane started off in the.
Zidane's a better argument, I think, but Carlo or Jose, no.
Because you can go with Zidane. He started as the head coach of Real Madrid Castilla, then became the assistant under Carlo in the 2013-2014 season. Won a Champions League as an assistant, and then 2 years later, and then takes over the Castilla role full time again after being an assistant, and then takes over the full time, wins 3 Champions Leagues, wins 2 La Ligas, and then bounces on his own terms. And then comes back and saves Real Madrid. And then he came back
because he wasn't there he wasn't the first team coach as long as.
Well, he was there for 3 years, and then he left on his own term, comes back and saves us from missing out on Champions League, saves us, brings us into the Champions League, and then 2 years later, we go on a run, but with Carlo.
So, here's my question: If you are to see Klopp manage another team, who do you think it could be? Like,
German national team.
Would he do that though?
Yeah. Germany's on high alert now. I know that There have been reports of John Laporta and Deco are going to try to convince him to not retire, and so he can coach in Barca
He's not
next
going to
year.
They
Barca.
don't have that money, bro.
They're not going to have the money to bring him in.
They don't
But
have that money.
they're going to try to talk
Camp is good
him.
at not spending much money, though. I mean,
Yeah,
No, they don't have money to pay him.
we could pay him.
they could pay him. They'll pay
We're,
him
we're
Xavi
selling
money.
the old Camp Nou grass, man. We got it.
Oh my god.
I think he takes over the German national team in 2026 because in 2025, 2026 because then they'll be playing for the World Cup at that point. He takes over.
But can he implement his style like he can? I mean,
Yeah.
obviously he can, but it might not be as pure as he might like because you only get him a certain amount of time. You know what I mean?
But that might be better on him because then he doesn't have to worry. Like, he says he's getting tired of constantly going out there every day. With the German national team, they're only coaching like
Well,
two.
okay. Here's
2
another
weeks.
thing I didn't.
The
bring
most
up.
you coach in a national team is maybe a month or two. That's if you move on.
Here's another thing with him. I'm sure he's out of energy because the freaking media is on him all the time, and he's getting all these random. What's with the early games every time, and then every time he complains about it, which he's had almost triple the amount of as the next closest team. They ridicule him like he's a serial complainer. The guy literally brought up the whole 5 substitution rule. Everyone laughed at him. Everyone laughed at him. Everybody laughed at him. And now it's like, oh, that makes total sense. Oh yeah, this is perfect.
Well, last year, there was a thing that came out a couple days ago that he said he was going to quit last year, halfway through the season.
Yeah, I did see
his wife talked him out of it, so he's probably been checked out for about a year and a half.
Well, no.
To
Here's
be
the
honest.
thing. Talk about last year. He definitely looked like he was out of energy. He looks like a not the same person.
Well, yeah,
But
because
this year,
Liverpool was struggling last year. Of course, I would be looking out of shape if I was struggling after coming off the Champions League run.
This year, we're on track. We're on track for a lot. I'm not gonna say anything, but we're on track for a lot.
Europa League coach, man. He's better. He should be better than Europa League. He should be in the Champions League.
Yeah, no doubt.
What they're just talking about, they are on collision course for 4 trophies in one season again. The last time they was in 2021, 2022 when they won the FA Cup and the Leagues Cup, but lost the Premier League and the Champions League.
Oh, they are on slip this time.
They are on course for that again, just minus the Champions League and replace it with the Europa League.
Which, I mean, that's more attainable. Also, for some reason, every time we're on this run, we get Wolves on the last day. The last 2 times that's happened, we've lost by 1 point. It's just ridiculous. This is what I'm talking about. I don't know. I don't want to say it's a conspiracy against him, but it seems sus. It's
definitely not.
It's got to be sus, dude. It's sus.
And just to give a heads up, you guys have Wolves at the end of the season, which is going to be fun.
That's what I'm talking about. It happened the last couple of times.
As of right now, Liverpool is up with 48 points over City right now with a game in hand. They're also playing in the finals of the FA Cup against Chelsea, which Chelsea will win. And then they are still in play for the EFL Leagues Cup and Europa League, as we mentioned earlier, until they play AC Milan.
Wait, hold on. I think you flipped it. Chelsea and Liverpool play in the Carabao.
Yeah. I said the Leagues Cup, the FA Leagues Cup.
Yeah, the FA Cup, we just beat Norwich.
Yeah, you guys. Yesterday. I said you guys are still in play for that.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So. Now the main question is, boys, who's taking over? There have been a lot of people linked to this job. The likes of De Zerbi at Brighton, Steven Gerrard over in El Ettifaq, Xabi Alonso, the only team to not lose a single game this season. Xabi Alonso at Bayer Leverkusen. Julian Nagelsmann is a name to be considered. And then also, so is Zidane, but Zidane ain't taking it because he doesn't speak English, and we all know that. He ain't taking it. And also our link to Hansi Flick. Out of those choices, who do you boys take? In my opinion, I'm taking Xabi Alonso. He's honestly less experienced out of all these coaches, but look what he's done at Leverkusen with the team. That team is like, you put them in the Premier League, they're probably going to be like mid-table. They're not in the top 5. They're not a top 5 team.
Wait,
they're.
repeat that again. Repeat that.
I don't think Leverkusen is a top 5 team if you put them in the Premier League. To be honest, I just think since they play in the Bundesliga,
They've been the
it's a
best team in Europe, dude. What do you mean?
I don't know.
But once again, they play in the Farmers
They have
League.
the most
They play in
points
the
in Europe.
Bundesliga. They play in Bundesliga.
They have more than Bayern. They have more than Dortmund.
Okay,
What?
look who's Bayern's coach. It's Thomas Tuchel. He goes and ruins teams.
Who-
Yeah, look
who's
at the
fifth
players
right now,
that are in their
Spurs?
squad, man.
Who's 5th right now?
They're about to
Spurs.
sell coach.
He's on the
Who's-
team. What do you mean?
Okay, hold on. Who's 5th right now?
5th?
Is it
Tottenham.
Spurs? Yeah, they're better
Tottenham.
than Tottenham. They're better than Tottenham. That's not even a question. That's not a question.
They're better than Tottenham, bro.
They
Okay, they might be better
They
than
might be better than Arsenal as well.
This season, they're probably
They're better than Arsenal.
3rd, if not 2nd.
They're not better than City, and they're not better than Arsenal.
They've been better than
They're
City
not-
this
they're not
season. They've probably been
I might say-
Liverpool this season too.
They've been better than Liverpool. They've been better than
Right now in the
Liverpool.
league.
100%. They're better than Liverpool. They're not better than City. You're not better than City. I'm sorry. You're not better than City. City can be in 2nd place, and you're still not better than them.
No, I'm saying
They're the
points
best
wise.
team.
Points wise, they could be in
Points
1st.
Points wise, they could be in 1st.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Yeah, but you think about it. Those points are in Bundesliga. Outside of Bayern Munich, and you can't even say Dortmund this year because Dortmund's been up.
You know how many players have gone to the Bundesliga and flopped, dude?
Dortmund's been trashed. Hey, everyone, look back at our Champions League predictions. Who put Dortmund first in
Dortmund's in
the group
4th.
stage?
Sam, remember all the times where he said
Where the
Sadio
fuck
Mane
is
is
he?
better than Salah, and then he went to the Bundesliga and flopped? Like, dude, it's not an easy league to play in, okay? It's not easy
Well,
to play
Tell
in.
that
the
to Harry
Bundesliga.
Kane. Tell that to Harry Kane.
Casey,
Kane
hold
is
on.
pocketing 30 in the Prem,
Casey,
dude.
stop. Hold on. You can't say Sadio Mane flopped. They literally bought him, and then they said, you're the 3rd choice left winger. To Sadio Mane.
They did.
The best
They
football
literally
player
did.
in the world. No, I'm just kidding. But he's one of the best players.
They made him play striker.
He had a lot of game time, though, at the
No, they
beginning.
didn't give him a
No,
chance.
they didn't.
They didn't give him a chance.
They didn't.
They literally were mad that the top earner at the club was African. They were that mad about it.
They didn't
Then
like
why-
him.
then why'd they ban him?
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
I think Tuchel didn't even want him.
Yeah, they didn't.
The board bought him. I think Khan bought him before he left.
Yeah, there's something shady was
There's
going
plenty
on.
of
Yeah.
players that have done well in the Bundesliga and could easily do well in the Premier League. I mean, look at Kevin De Bruyne now. He's probably the top 2 player in the league right now. And he flopped at Chelsea, right? And then he goes
that
to
was
Liverpool,
coming.
plays amazing, and now he's at City, and he's probably
Yeah,
a
that was
top 2
coming.
player in the
Well,
league. So
But you're trying to tell me that I put Grimaldo in the Premier League, and Grimaldo is going to be considered a top left
he's
back.
going to be the best.
Yeah, if he was on
uh,
if he was
outside
on
back in
Liverpool
the-
or
in the
City, he
Prem,
would be
probably.
cooking, dude. If
All
he
right,
was on
you
Liverpool
put,
or City,
okay, so
or
then
Arsenal.
I would say better
He'd be the
Leverkusen
best.
has.
He'd be the
Well,
best
Bayern
outside back in the
Leverkusen has-
Prem right now. He would, dude. He's
Wait,
on
what? Say
great
again?
form right now.
Who,
He said
Grimaldo?
he would be the best left back in the Premier League right now.
I mean, if he was on City or Liverpool or Arsenal right now, he would be cooking right
If
now.
he has
probably,
options up top
yeah.
and he can play for, if he's able to run forward like he does in Leverkusen, like he's going to be able to create chances all the time. He's going to be able to get back and defend like he does still. I mean, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, but
He
the
will be
style in the Bundesliga is a lot different in the Premier. Premier League is a lot
It depends
faster
on
and a
it
lot
depends on
more
the coach,
physical.
depends on the team, the style of play.
I'd say Leverkusen 2nd or 3rd probably in the Prem.
Don't see it. I don't see it. Not with
I-
that much of an inexperienced manager like Xabi. Like I think Xabi could do it in Liverpool.
Okay, you were before Carlos signed his contract. You were wanting Xavi so bad.
No, I wanted Zidane 100%. I wanted
He's not
Zidane.
gonna do it. He's not gonna do it.
Why is
Also-
Zidane? Why is Zidane turning all these manager jobs down that he's getting offered?
He turns down everything. The only
Except for one club. One club. And all of Carlos' contract is 2 years up in 2026, but he technically can leave it after his first year for an
Juventus haven't
upper
fucking
management job in Real Madrid, post coaching. So he could leave in 2025 and coach and not coach and be a part.
Yeah, but
That's
Juventus hasn't asked him yet.
Juve has Max Allegri. And they also the rumor and the rumors with Juventus is if they fire Max Allegri, they want Conte back. and everybody hates Conte.
They
So
should get sorry back.
Okay, to your original question here. Xavi is obviously the obvious choice. I don't know what
Yep.
you're talking about. He's he obviously is inexperienced, but
yeah, he's the most inexperienced out of all the
Yeah,
ones
let
they
me ask you
named.
this, Caleb. Are you gonna be mad if they sign Gerrard?
I would. Look what he's doing at Saudi.
I don't know Caleb's answer, not your scout.
I would rather him be someone's assistant. As much as I love Gerrard as a player,
All right. Here's what happens. Okay.
I would much rather him
Hey,
be an
Jordan says he
assistant.
wants to leave. Saudi. That's all good and everything. And then they bring him back to Liverpool. They do this big thing. He talks with all the players. They bring out a new jersey for him with the manager. The big press conference. And you're upset about that? Yes or no?
It would be nice to obviously see that reunion, but honestly, if I'm being honest, I love
Because the
Steven Gerrard as a
interview
player.
Morgan, I mean,
I just want to say that
I'd rather have our assistant coach Pep Linders be our coach than him, honestly. Pep Linders honestly is not bad, you guys. I'm being serious here. He literally.
Steven Gerrard would run that team into the ground.
I mean,
Liverpool would be back to the laughing stock with Brendan Rodgers at that point.
I don't know about that. I mean, if people start ticking away and leaving, then maybe. But if we have our core
Salah's
players,
leaving, so he's not going to.
No, Salah's leaving.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Van Dijk doesn't. Dude, Van Dijk, Salah. Yeah, they all have 18 months left on their contract, and literally Van Dijk was asked, "Are you going to stay post Klopp?" And he said, we'll have to wait and see."
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's probably gone.
Listen.
Do you think the Red Sox owners are going to pay him?
What?
Do you think the Fenway is going to pay him?
He's the captain, first of all. He's literally the captain.
No.
I
I think they pay Trent, but I don't think they pay
Second of
Salah
all-
or Van Dijk. Not since they're 30. They're over 30. They're not gonna.
They'll do it.
They
They gave
would pay Salah.
Milner
They would pay Salah,
like 3
I think.
extensions. I don't know what you're talking about. They gave Salah a huge contract.
Salah's going
I
to
don't know what you're
leave,
talking about.
though.
Salah.
No, guys. Okay, let me talk for a second. Salah, first of all, will not leave. His best buddies, freaking Firmino, Fabinho, and Henderson, all want to freaking leave. Okay, he's not going there. It's not happening.
Fabinho never said he wants to leave.
Second of all, he's gonna stay and he's gonna keep cooking, dude. He needs to be on this team. And third of all, with Van Dijk, my assumption is he's just trying, because he does this in interviews. He's a very sly type of interview guy, where he puts words in there for you to not read through the lines. But I'm here to do it for you guys. So he's trying to put pressure on FSG to get a good manager in. If there are times in his career with Liverpool where they did not use the cash cow that they have and used it other places, like freaking the Boston Red Sox garden behind their stadium or something, which I've been to Fenway. They do have a random garden that they made instead of spending it on certain things. So
Hey, Boston
It's a
Red
nice
Sox
garden,
implemented kind of
It
the
is a nice
Moneyball
garden, but
situation.
there's
They won
business
three.
there's business to be done. He's trying to get them on the track of, hey, if you don't do this, I might think
They
about
should
leaving.
just sell him.
No.
Sell him.
No.
Dude, they got
No.
100 million for him.
No. That shouldn't happen.
They
Dude,
should.
We need to keep
Liverpool,
it.
Liverpool could raise 300 million this
Yeah.
offseason by
According to
selling
Van Dijk,
and Van Dijk.
And then we'll spend 50. We would spend 50 of that if we did that. We would spend 50.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's your owner.
here's the
That's your
thing.
owner's fault. You should be owner out then.
Here's the thing. We
Are you
can't sell
FSG
either of them.
out?
Of course. Of course. Van Dijk and Konate are the top-rated center backs in the league this year, in the Premier League. Both of them are combined the top
Yeah,
highest
keep
rated.
Konate. He's younger.
Van
Van Dijk's almost at 30 now,
Van
isn't
Dijk's average rating is number 1, and number 2's average rating is Konate. We cannot get rid of either of them. Joe Gomez is a good backup. Matip can go, I would say, because he tore his ACL or something and his contract's up. I saw things that they were going to give him a contract. Like, no. I love Matip, but we can't waste money on that. So we keep those two. Gomez
What
is
about
another
Robbo? You
one.
keeping Robbo?
Of course. And then if we get Xabi Alonso, bring Hincapia to the club. We need that left-footed center back that we've been dying for years. We haven't had a left-footed center back since Klavan. Like, come on. We really haven't. Oh no, we had Ben Davies who played 0 games. I forgot. That was a great signing, FSG. $1 million for 0 games.
They're gonna leave,
Retire at the
and
club.
they're nothing.
Retire at the club. Retire at the club. Retire at the club.
They're
Salah
gonna leave
and
for
Van Dijk.
nothing.
No.
No. You wait till the end of the season, Sam. I mean, they're in first place right now.
Okay, Sam, I'm going to give you a metaphor real quick, okay? Now that Klopp's leaving, okay, they've been calling, some people have been murmuring that it's called The Last Dance with Klopp, okay? Now I'm going to make a similarity to The Last Dance. No, let me finish. They're going to, I'm going to make a similarity to the Last Dance documentary, okay? By your logic, on The Last Dance, the last run, at the offseason, they should have just traded Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman because they're getting up there. They're getting up there in age.
They were out of contract after the Last Dance, dude. There was no more contract. Phil Jackson already said he was leaving regardless. So Michael Jordan said he's not playing for anyone besides Phil Jackson. So.
Yeah, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Hold on, Sam. Let me give you an example that Caleb's familiar with, that actually makes sense here. And another NBA example, okay? Let's look at the Boston Celtics, okay? A team that Caleb growing up, his favorite player used to be Paul Pierce, okay? And what happened with the Boston Celtics? Let me make my point, and then you can talk, okay? Let me make my point, and then you can talk, okay? So Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, they were all in decline, okay? Ray Allen left for nothing, okay? And they were declining. It was past their championship window. They lost to LeBron. And what did the Celtics decide to do? Cash out on their assets, okay? And guess what they got him? They got him Jason Tatum, they got him Jalen Brown, and they got him many other first-round picks, which they flipped into other players, dude. You have to be thinking about the next era instead of this era, which is already past, dude. And although you're in first place right now, I think beyond the season, Jurgen Klopp was your era. And whoever you get, unless it's maybe Xabi Alonso, which I don't think you'll get, but if you do, I mean, that's your only chance of staying like a really, really good team, regardless of someone that stays or leaves, because they're in decline and Salah's and Van Dijk's contracts are expiring soon. So I would say you cash out after the season and then try and focus on your younger players. Try and re-sign Trent. I would try and keep Trent. He's young. He's good, right? Try and bring a new center back, bring a new right winger. You guys have no depth at the right wing. I mean, come on, dude. You got to be thinking about the future here and not just what the past was. Why would we get rid of
the best right winger in the Prem history? Why? Why would we do that?
Because you can get $200 million for him, and he's 30.
Well, they're not gonna give us 200. Yeah, he is. Ronaldo's a left winger. Ronaldo's a left winger, and you know it. Gibbs? Kieran Gibbs?
Gibbs.
Okay, anyways, Sam, Salah has better stats than Ronaldo at this point, so don't even come at me. Hey, how many cheaters did he have to go against? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Hey, how many bounders is Sam have?
Back to Casey's point. That's a whole other topic. It starts with an R. I'm not going to go into it on this podcast because you're going to say I'm political. Now, I'm going to keep going, okay? You will say it's political if I bring it up, so I'm not going to do it since it happened on the first episode.
Don't bring it up then.
Yep. I'm not going to do it. You know what R word I'm talking about, okay? But I'm not going to say it. And it's not it. Yes, you know what I'm saying.
Don't say the R word, Caleb.
Not. I'm not going to say it because then you're going to say I'm political. Okay. I could go on so long about this, but I'm not going to. With the Celtics comparison, it's very different, Casey. You want to know why?
Why?
Because there's salary caps in the NBA. There's no salary cap.
There's a salary cap for FSG, bro. What do you mean?
They're
won't
looking for
spend a certain amount. You know it.
Yeah, but we bring in.
Liverpool's not affected by that because they sell a lot of players. I'm saying,
we have huge revenue.
Right. You do.
We're in the top 5 of revenue in the entire world.
What I'm saying is, FSG, once they get in all that money, they're gonna put some back into the youth programs and build up the youth.
Yeah, our youth program.
You're not gonna spend it all on the Red Sox.
They spent $300 million on one guy. You want to talk about spending money? They spend it all on a mid hitter and a decent fielder. Like they're spending it all on the wrong team. The Red Sox are not a global thing. They're not a world thing. They're a northern U.S. thing. That's the only spot people care about the Red Sox. Okay, I've grown up with a dad who likes the Red Sox, and they've only been good a couple years. They haven't been good since. Okay, that's just how it is. All right, the Red Sox are not a global thing. They're not a global thing. The Yankees are global. The Dodgers are global. That's about it, okay? And the MLB. Not really anyone else, okay? Maybe the Mets. I don't know. Anyways, what I'm saying is you don't sell the best center back in the league, and you don't sell the best right winger in the league either, just because your coach is leaving. That's silly. We got to keep these guys for a couple more seasons, and if they want to retire their club, I'm fine with that.
What if they leave for nothing, Caleb, next year?
That's bro.
I think if Liverpool were to sign a manager that's not Xabi Alonso and they keep all their players, it's a gamble. It's a gamble to see if they're going to be good next year, and if they're not, they're going to walk for nothing. And you know that FSG will not spend the money to sign them to the lucrative contracts that they want and deserve.
Really? Salah broke the highest amount paid for a Liverpool player.
Yeah, they're not going to give him another one deep in his 30s.
I don't know if he keeps playing like this. He's literally top of the Golden Boot and the Sister right now, and he's been out in AFCON for a while, a couple weeks now. So
I just don't see them spending so much money. They didn't want to give him the contract to begin with when he was in his entering his prime. They didn't want to give him the contract right away. They gave it to him. They didn't want to, though. You know it.
It wasn't like his contract was up the next day. It was a year left, and then they gave it to him.
Right, and the same thing's going to happen this next summer, right? Where he's going to want a huge contract extension, or he's going to leave for nothing. Like, that's going to happen.
Well, all I'm saying is, if I'm the head of the Liverpool franchise, I'm not selling them this summer or next summer. Maybe the summer after that, but not now. And not
you mean when they're out of contract next summer?
Casey, we're on track to win a number of trophies this year. Why would we sell? No, I'm not.
You're not gonna win all the trophies, dude. I don't see why you think you will. You think you're gonna win 4 trophies this season?
No, but I don't know. It's possible. Also, you guys are forgetting. This summer is City's trial. You're forgetting that as well, right? This summer is City's trial. Right
There's
before the
still
season
plenty
starts.
of other teams that are really good in the Premier League, dude.
That's Arsenal. That's pretty much it. Tottenham's not better than this. Chelsea's not better than this. That's it.
Yeah, but those teams are getting better though. That's what I'm saying.
Man U's not better than us. Don't even.
I didn't bring a Man U. Stop.
The one that would challenge us if City does get what they deserve in court is Arsenal.
Villa?
No, Villa's almost in trouble with financial fair play too. They have to sell people apparently. So I don't see them as. I see them as maybe a top 5.
You don't think Tottenham will buy anyone?
They might buy someone.
They actually can money. They just bought Madison. Who
They're
my,
the richest.
my signing of the summer, I mean, was looking
They
pretty
are
good.
the richest club in England, according to
Hey, I would just like to
Newcastle?
go back real quick if
in London.
with
Did I
Kerr
say England? I
saying
meant
that
London.
Ronaldo. I just want to go back to Kerr saying that Salah was the best right wing in the Premier League. I just looked it up on Transfer Market. Ronaldo on United played 143 games on the right wing and played 21 games on the left wing. He was a right wing for Man United.
Majority of his career, he's a left winger, and you know it. Majority of his career, he's a left winger. Don't even
But we're
deny it.
talking. But you said best right wing in the Premier League, so we're talking about just in the Premier League. So we're talking about Ronaldo in the Premier League. He played on the right wing.
I gotta agree with Caleb on this one.
Salah has better stats.
God.
It's obvious.
I think Ronaldo did
And
play on
more
the.
golden
I
boots.
consider
And more
Ronaldo.
assist
I
awards.
didn't Caleb. Hang on. I do consider Ronaldo a right winger for Man U. I think that's pretty obvious that he played on the right wing. But Salah's been better. Liverpool would be nothing without Salah. Their attack would suck if it wasn't for Salah. Bagging in goals every season, breaking records, and getting assists every single season. I mean, I think I made a joke that Ronaldo win a Ballon d'Or. Like, if Messi or Ronaldo were in the picture, Salah would win a Ballon d'Or. It's pretty obvious. So he would have, dude. Especially in that first season, the Prem, dude, he would have won it.
Yeah, and they picked.
No, because they weren't playing in Champions League in his first year.
Yeah, we got into the finals against Madrid.
That was not his first year.
Yes, it was.
There's
That was
no
what,
way.
2018?
The white collar,
2018?
the white sleeve. Yeah, 2017-18. That was his first year. He
Yeah.
broke the goal record. We got to the final. He slaughtered City on the way there.
That was
the best team.
That was, well, maybe not, because that was Modric's World Cup, or that was his World Cup.
2018. 2018 was
he didn't even win the World Cup, and they say he's better than Salah. Give me a break.
because he dragged his team to the World Cup finals. That's why.
Yeah, and they got smoked in the final.
Okay,
Okay,
Sam,
if
you
you
know
go-
Modric. You know Modric didn't deserve it. Come on.
Yeah,
Okay, if Modric didn't deserve it, Ronaldo deserved it then.
Messi?
Ronaldo was the... No. 2018, Messi was not as good as Ronaldo in 2018.
Dude, he was so good in 2018.
Salah deserved it.
Dude.
And I'm not. And what I said earlier, by not saying the word, that's what it is. I'm convinced.
Ronaldo's 2018 stats were amazing. He was top scorer in the Champions League. What?
Messi in 54 appearances had 51 goals and 26 assists.
And
got
Ronaldo
in the World Cup.
Ronaldo had 44 appearances all competition, 44 goals and 8 assists.
Yeah, I'd rather 54
Alright, give me a
appearances,
second,
51 goals.
give me a
And
26
second.
Ronaldo won the Champions League single-handedly.
Not La Liga or the Super Cup.
Okay, so
You cared about the Super Cup a few weeks ago, buddy.
I did
I
care
cared about it last year.
Yeah. I did.
All right, hold on. Let me figure this one out now.
Okay,
Let's
what's up with
see
your...
who had
Jeez.
how many goals did
This is one of our typical conversations where they just
how
go
many
way
goals did they have?
crazy.
Wait, how many goals did they
Off the
have?
rails.
Let's
We're
hear
going to
it.
talk about the other coaches that left, and that's a big news too.
How many goals did they have? We'll switch over in a second. I just want to hear it.
Do you want all competition or league?
Sure, all competition. Sure,
In 2017, 2018.
sure.
That's what did
Yes.
Messi have? What did Messi have in goals?
Messi had 54 appearances, 51 goals, 26 assists. And guess
Go
what?
ahead, Sam.
He got fifth in the Ballon d'Or. It was a robbery.
Ronaldo had.
God.
How many trophies did he win that year?
I think he won 2 trophies.
Okay. Ronaldo, 44 appearances, 44 goals, 8 assists, 3 trophies.
And Salah has better goals and assists than him. Thank you very much. Not Messi though, because Messi's the GOAT. But you know.
Sure.
Yeah,
But question.
Messi did cooks a lot, but Ronaldo had the same amount of goals and less assists, so
Yeah, and ended up with 3 trophies. How many does Salah have?
Well, he didn't have to go up against cheaters, so
We had to go up against Dortmund, PSG, Juventus, Bayern Munich twice, and played Barcelona twice. So
you did play against cheaters.
We played harder. We did play against harder teams. We played against Juve, who cheated, Bayern, and we played PSG, who cheated.
The hardest team that you said was who? PSG or
no,
Barcelona?
Bayern.
Oh,
Bayern,
okay.
probably.
So talk about playing City in the Champions League and beating them 5-1 on aggregate, Sam.
Okay, are you trying to tell me that City team is better than Bayern Munich? Are you trying to tell me that Bayern Munich team was not better than that City? Are you trying to say that City team was better than Bayern Munich?
You always say City's the best. You've been saying City's the best other than Madrid for, I feel like, 10 years at this point.
No, I guess not. If you put that Bayern team that's on paper in the 2017-2018 team against that City team, Bayern's winning 100%. That Bayern team is so insane.
Do you want to go name for name?
I would love to go name for name.
What years are we talking about for the teams?
2017,
2018 season.
For Bayern versus who?
City.
I would love to go pound for pound.
I don't like City. I'm just saying.
I don't like City either.
Not sure about that one.
Okay.
I'll be the judge here.
Okay.
Pop your squads.
I got Bayern pulled up already. That was 100%.
Can't believe you have me out here.
All right. Here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna go player by player. You both are gonna say who you'd rather have, and then if it's a tie, I'm going to pick who's the better player.
Okay. We'll start in goal. Who's your goalie?
You can have it.
Yeah, give me Manuel Neuer.
One to Sam.
Okay, right backs. Who's your right back?
Oh, you're going to have to eat your words on this because you've been saying he's the best forever at this point. Kyle Walker's the right back. Go ahead and say he's worse than somebody.
Joshua Kimmich. Come on, man. I love Kyle Walker to death, but Joshua Kimmich is way better. I'm sorry. Kimmich is a better defender.
I'm picking Kyle Walker here.
Okay.
2018 Kyle Walker.
Either way. Yeah,
2018 Kyle Walker.
Yeah, I can see why. Kyle Walker is really good. All right, center backs.
1-1.
Okay, give me your center back.
All right, do the worst center back first.
Okay. Well, there's a couple you can choose from here.
It's the normal starters who would start in the game.
The normal starters. Just your right center back. Who's your right center back?
Jerome Boateng.
All right, Otamendi.
Jerome Boateng. Come on. That peak Jerome Boateng. Peak Jerome Boateng.
Do you want me to go
peak
Laporte
Jerome
then?
Boateng.
Do you want
Laporte? Peak.
Do you want Laporte then?
My left side is Matt Hummels, so where are we going with this?
Tough, man. That is really tough.
Company's better.
See, I don't think Boateng was as good after that 2015 season.
Boateng was...
He kind of fell off after that.
Boateng fell off.
I'm going to pick Otamendi here, I think.
Otamendi and
it's very close, Sam. It's very close.
Boateng fell off, probably...
He probably fell. I think it was 2016 or 17.
He fell off in 2021 when he left Munich.
No.
2019. 2019.
He was finished way before then.
2019. No
he
way.
Might have been playing for Bayern,
There's
but he wasn't even close to where he was.
He was still
Otamendi's prime. That was Otamendi's best year, wasn't it?
Yeah, Otamendi was insane then.
No, Otamendi's best year was 2015, 2016. From 2015 to 2017 was probably Otamendi. His last season at Valencia, and in his first 2 seasons at City, and then he started to fall off.
So this is his second. No, this is his second year at City.
This would be his third. His last season
was his best.
Okay, Boateng also fell off around that time.
Next,
Hummels and company. It was Hummels and company.
Company's better.
Which I'm okay conceding with company because I think company's amazing.
That's obvious.
Company.
Okay, left back. Who's your left back?
Oh, I don't even want to say.
Just give me the dub right here. Just give me the dub. It's David Alaba. It's David Alaba.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna entertain either of them because I don't like either of them.
Wait,
What?
Like him?
It's probably like Zinchenko.
Mendy, Zinchenko. I can't stand either of them. They're both
It's,
unbearable.
3-2.
Okay.
Okay.
You ready for this midfield, Sam?
Yeah.
CDM,
I'm ready.
CDM,
You ready for this midfield?
CDM. Here we go.
Go ahead.
Okay, we played a 4-2-3-1.
Go ahead.
Just
Okay,
play. Give me one of your center mids then.
All right,
Yeah,
one of
sure.
my center mids, Thiago Alcantara. Boy.
Okay, Kevin De Bruyne.
Okay, take him. I'll
Kevin
take
De
Kevin De
Bruyne
Bruyne.
wins.
That's
Alright,
Kevin De Bruyne.
3-2.
I love Thiago.
Who's your next?
listeners, okay,
Next center mid.
go ahead, Sam.
Arturo Vidal.
Yaya Torre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not ready for the next person either, are you?
All right, who's
Go
your
ahead.
next? No, you go.
No, you
What is
go.
that?
I went twice.
I found the 2 Caleb right now.
I went
So
twice.
if
Okay.
Caleb gets one more, it's over.
It's about to happen.
The cam was Thomas Muller.
David Silva. He's better, dude. It's not even close.
Oh,
David Silva's much better player. Oh my god. Don't even entertain this man, Casey. It's David Silva all day.
Thomas Muller.
If you
Look what he
want
did.
David
Look
Silva-
what he did in the World Cup. Look what he did in freaking.
Oh, do you want to talk about international? Remember, Casey, when David Silva single-handedly, obviously with other Spanish players, but he was the most dominant of all of them, cooked Italy in the final 3-0. He was doing everything. It's David Silva all day.
It's Thomas Muller.
I'm gonna have to go with Thomas Muller there.
Yeah.
And yet, this was another really close one. Dude, David Silva is one of the most underrated players ever in the game.
What
Thomas
am I
Muller
listening
is
to?
also one of the most underrated players in our game.
I know, I love Thomas Muller too, but no, David Silva's a much better player.
Can't do that, no.
All right, whatever, bro. Keep
Right
going.
wing. Right wing.
Some of these guys. Who's your right wing? Let's go.
Arjen Robben.
Yeah, you can have that one. Leroy Sané's not better.
You really want to do left wing too?
Yeah, I'm going with your boy here. He's horrible.
Yeah, guess what I'm going with? Frank Ribery.
I don't even want to say this guy's name. He's such a
Yeah,
snake.
he's gonna say Raheem Sterling or Sané. The two choices.
It's
And then-
either that or Foden or Jack.
And then
Harris.
strikers. I love your striker. We all know who it is. It's Aguero.
Yeah.
Mine's Lewandowski. I love Aguero, but sorry, Lewandowski is a lot better
I would
Than
say
than Aguero.
Aguero in the Prem when he wasn't injured.
Okay,
I mean-
Lewandowski in the Bundesliga.
Oh, I thought Bundesliga was a farmers league, Sam. I
It
thought that's what
is.
you said. So all his goals that you were whoa. All this time you've been going, oh, farmers league this.
Casey,
All these
who's
guys
better?
in the farmers league.
Casey, they both play for
Premier League is so
Barca.
much better.
I'm putting up some stats just to clarify
It's
here.
Aguero, bro. You can't
It's
go all this
Lewandowski.
time. You can't go all this time by saying that Bundesliga is a farmers league and then say Lewandowski's better than Aguero now. I can't.
As Lewandowski in that season was just literally unstoppable. Whatever.
So was Aguero.
Not in 2017, 2018, he wasn't. He was hurt a lot. 2017, 2018. 2017, 2018, Lewandowski scored 29 goals in the Bundesliga. And also in Champions League,
I
scored
know who I'd take on my team if I was a coach, but that's just me.
Oh, I know too. I'm taking Loa. That chemistry link up between Lewandowski, Robben, and Ribery. Come on.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to say it. But it's Lewandowski.
No.
2018, it's Lewandowski. 2019, it's Lewandowski. 2020, it's Lewandowski. 2021, it's Lewandowski. 2022
2022 is Lewandowski. 2023 it's Lewandowski.
2017 though, you're making an argument. 2016 you're making an
I
argument. 2015 you're probably saying Aguero, and before that you're probably saying Aguero.
I could care less
Well,
about this whole
2016,
argument, but
2017 Lewandowski scored 30, and 2015, 2016 he scored 30 again. So
honestly, guys, I could care less about this debate, but the fact that you guys think that David Silva is worse than Thomas Muller is brain dead to me. I just can't.
Dude, Caleb, I think I keep going back and forth with it. I honestly would say it's pretty fair match here.
I mean, obviously they're different players. Muller is his own he's his own breed, but David Silva is just pure talent. You can't get the
I could have
ball
picked either.
at all.
I can't be right because both of them are right. So I mean,
I know who
I think I won that one. I think I won that one.
Wins 6-5.
I don't care. City sucks. I don't like them.
Yeah, well, no duh.
Yeah, oh, David Silva, I love David Silva. City sucks. Okay.
David Silva.
All right.
David Silva is purely underrated.
All right. After that lovely funness, switching to the next big coaching change of the day of the week was Barcelona. Xavi Hernandez has officially announced that he will leave at the end of the season, which is quite funny because he literally said like a day earlier, Pep Guardiola and Luis Enrique had 3 years at Barca. And then he goes, I've only been here for 2, so give me time. And then he leaves. He announces he's leaving. He will be foregoing his $13 million per year back to the club, so there's some money to go spend on some free guys because they are linked to a lot of free people next season. But Xavi is out. Let's kind of just a little recap of Xavi's little 2-year span at the club. He took over for Ronald Koeman, who was a terrible appointment, which everybody knows. He struggled. As a manager, he has won 75 games. He has lost 26 and drawn 21. He started in November of 2021. We all know what he did as a player, but this is about him as a coach. He's been there for 2 years, won 1. And in his 2 years has won 2 trophies. La Liga in 2022-23 and won the Supercopa de España in 22-23 as well. So 2 trophies in 2 years so far at the club. This is his 3rd year. And right now they sit in 4th place. They're about, I believe, 8 or 9 points off of first place, sitting in 4th. Behind Girona, Real Madrid, and Atleti. We're going to start with Casey. Casey, how do you feel about this?
I hate it. I hate everything about it. Xavi didn't deserve this. I don't think. I think what he started out with, the team that he started out with, the position he started out with, we got to remember going back to when he took over from Koeman, we were in 9th place. 9th! And he brought us into 4th for the Champions League, okay? That's what he did in his first season. His second season, okay, and let me read the first team he had. He had Ter Stegen still. He was starting Oscar Mingueza at right back, okay, which you don't hear about him anymore. And Orlin Piqué, who retired the next year. Eric Garcia, who we sent out on loan because he wasn't good enough. The year after, Jordi Alba, who was older. Nico Gonzalez, who we loaned out the next year. Sergio Busquets, Frankie de Jong, Ilis Akmonic. Okay, you haven't heard of him before, probably.
I think he was the starting player.
He started a lot of games because Ansu was hurt. So, Memphis Depay, who we got rid of, and Gavi. So that was our team when he took over. His first starting lineup when he took over was that team. And he brought us all the way from 9th place back into 4th, brought us back into the Champions League. The next season, he has us with the best defense in Europe, right? Only allowing think it was about 13 goals before the last month and a half, something like that in the league. It was crazy. Never seen. Ter Stegen had the most clean sheets, tied for the most clean sheets ever in Spain, and we just didn't look like the same team this year. We I don't know what happened. Like the team just didn't. We just didn't show up this year.
You lost. You lost Busquets.
We lost Busquets, yeah, and we didn't replace him, which that was the big talk all summer. Who's going to be the Busquets replacement? We ended up not replacing him. We
brought in Oriol.
Yeah, he's not a Busquets replacement. We were talking about
Romeu.
We were talking about Zubin, we were talking about all these players, and we got Romeu, and we got Gundogan, who's a great player. He just had a great campaign for City, but he's not a CDM. He's more of an attacking player. You know, he's good at what he does, but you know, Lewandowski also fell off this year. He hasn't really been able to finish many chances. And so got injured over and over. You know, there's a lot of excuses to be made, but overall, you know, it just didn't work out. And I am sad that it ended the way it ended for a club legend like Xavi, just because he gave everything to the club and he knew what he was getting into when he started. He brought in some key players, some big names, even when we were said to have no money at all. He brought in Aubameyang for no money, which he scored 2 times and won 4-0 against Madrid in his second Clasico. You know, it's just he brings in Lewandowski. No one said we could do it. You know, we bring in many other players, but it didn't work out. And I don't know where to go from here. I don't know who's going to be our next manager. They're going to have a good young squad and also some really older players who probably need to get shifted out of the squad and just make room for the youth.
You know what I think? I think Xavi just can't handle the pressure. That's what it is. He really can't.
He can't.
Xavi had more pressure on him than any other manager in Europe, I would say. Probably.
No.
I mean,
no.
Maybe Ten Hag. That's it.
Potter.
Yeah. No one cared about Potter, bro.
Guys had double the amount, dude. Come on.
I don't think so.
I'd say Xavi just could not handle the pressure, and once results start going downhill, it gets worse and worse and worse. And he blames it on playing the young players. Like, I thought La Masia was the best academy in the world. I thought we were supposed to see all these prime talents just do everything. And some are obviously great. You know, there's been a few that came up, but if you're having to rely on La Masia consistently, I don't know what it is. And obviously it's a tough position, but because of money and everything, and the press being on his neck every 5 minutes. But I mean, he literally said in his outgoing interview that they basically killed him, is what he said. They hounded him with constant stuff, and I'm sure a lot of Barca fans are also to blame for that as well, because
it's true. Yeah,
Barca expects the best. Like you. That's why.
Well, we deserve to be the best. We deserve to be the best. We're used. Think about it, dude. We had Lionel Messi for 15 years. Okay, 15 years, and then we get this product. It's not comparable. It's not, and it's hard to expect. It's hard to put it on Xavi's shoulders when we had the greatest of all time. But like, it's unfair for him. Honestly, I don't deserve it. It needed to be this way. You know, I had much higher expectations for this season based on last season, which we had a great defense.
Well, we knew that defense was not.
It's not in the Champions League, that's for sure. Just not in the Champions League.
We had Koundé and Araujo both injured. Okay, and we had Christensen injured too.
That defense was not legit.
Koundé looks like crap this season. He has been horrible all season.
He's been good at moments, but he's not been good this season. I agree.
And we're talking about, they were good in La Liga, but we forget what happened in the Champions League last year.
Injuries happened in the Champions League.
Group stage injuries? There was barely any injuries during the group stage where you got knocked out.
We were in the group of death. We played against Inter and Bayern, dude.
Yeah, we played
Inter
against
made it to the semifinals, and it's Bayern. Like we were in the group of death, and we had a bunch of injuries. Like, I would
Okay.
say that.
Well,
that
Inter's
is-
a better team than Barca, so that's pretty.
Yeah.
They were last year, and they are this season. So I would say so.
Here is
Yeah.
a look.
I would say we made it out this season. We had a really easy group, and we had some flop performances in the end of the group stage too. So I don't know. I was hopeful against Napoli. Now I don't know, honestly. I mean, Napoli
They're
hasn't
gonna
been the greatest
lose.
either.
I don't know. Napoli has not been looking good.
Yeah, they haven't been
Yeah.
great
They
either.
barely scored
That's the
recently.
only reason I'm hopeful still for the season is because I think we could
But
beat
they will
Napoli.
have-
But
They potentially will have Osimhen back.
Yeah.
So
Osimhen could
that's
be back for
That's
that.
where their scoring's gone. I mean,
yeah,
I didn't say that at first, but the last 2 times I've watched Napoli, they scored 0 goals. I'm pretty sure. So,
Mm-hmm. No, they scored that one game that me, you, and Brett were on the phone for.
oh, that Zerban dude.
And they have Simeone.
Okay, so 2 of the last 3 games I've watched them, they scored 0 goals.
Here's the short list to take over at Barca. Some probably aren't going to happen. The first one is Antonio Conte. He needs to have money to spend or he's not going. He ain't going because you have no money.
Yeah.
De Zerbi is mentioned. I know that they said Luis Enrique and Pep, but they're not coming because they've already ruled those 2 out. Luis Enrique is not coming back, and neither is Pep.
I would
have
love
Mar-
Derby.
You have Marcelo
Zerbi,
Gallardo, who coached in Argentina. Right now, he's currently the manager at El Etihad in Saudi. Ralph Marquez, who is the first team manager of the Barca B team.
That's who you're going to get. That's
Michel from Girona.
Yeah.
Jose. And Deco's best friend, Thiago Motta from Bolaños, who used to play for PSG. And has played at Barca before. But Deco is best friends with him, so he said he likes him. So he's favorite right now at the moment.
Thiago
Hey,
Motta would be a
don't
good
disrespect
pick.
Deco
Hey,
like that, man. Deco's a
Bolaños is
club
in
legend.
7th place of Serie A right now, so
Shut up.
good table next year, boys. Now my question is,
What place is Chelsea in right now?
shut up. My question is the same question for Casey as we asked Caleb. Is it time to cash in on Lewandowski?
Yes. Yes,
Let's
it's been
be clear.
time. It's been time, dude. If I knew he was going to perform like this at the end of last season, I would have said cash in because we probably could have gotten the same amount for him after we squeezed the last bit of talent out of Lewandowski, and then he could have gone somewhere else, dude. He can't finish anything now. He can't run anymore. He needs to go. He needs
What
to
about
go.
his goal against Madrid? What are you talking about?
He needs to go. It's not consistent anymore. He used to be consistent, and now he's not. I think he needs to go.
Farmers League.
I hope Saudi bids for him. We can send him there.
I saw links to MLS.
Oh,
Right
no,
now,
they don't have
currently,
money. We need money, dude. Some to Saudi.
currently Lewandowski right now sits at 19 games, 5 assists, and 8 goals.
Just honestly, at this point, just start Victor okay every game. Like, we need to, dude. We need to start the youth movement. And
this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna get Rafa Marquez because you don't have money to go spend on a new manager. And then it's gonna be a whole another cycle of 2 years, and then the next guy, Deco's gonna step down.
Deco's gonna be the manager again. It's Deco.
Deco's gonna sell Rafinha,
Hey guys,
Lewandowski.
just bring in Iniesta so we can slander another club legend. God.
And it hurts me because I like when former players take
Sam,
over.
I know you were a big Xavi defender for a while.
Yeah, you were
and-
for a while.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good appointment. It was better than Koeman.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
true. But
Yeah.
if I was Barca, I'd go.
Out of all the managers that you guys have had since Luis Enrique stepped down, Xavi's probably been your best. Koeman's been crap.
Oh, easily. Easily.
Kike Santana was the stupidest appointment ever. They're like, oh, he had 3 good games at Real Betis. Let's bring him in. He was terrible. Who else did they have?
Ernesto Valverde.
Oh my god, that
He
guy
was
a
pretty
joke.
decent.
He was
Actually.
he was decent, but he was
pretty. We won trophies every year. I mean, he was a bit overlooked, but
He was
Well,
decent,
yeah.
but he got cooked to the Champions League back-to-back years.
Yeah. And then you have Koeman, who decides to go, hey, we have Suarez, Rakitic, Vidal. Let's let them leave for free or nothing.
But they still have time on their contract.
Yeah. Hey, Atletico Madrid, we're rivals with you. You want Suarez for like 0.6K?
They're not a rival, man. They're not a rival.
Hey, Sevilla, take Rakitic for nothing, please.
We have two rivals in one's Madrid and one's Madrid and one's Espanyol.
Let's say they sold all three of those for like 20 mil each. They probably would not be in the situation they're in right now.
Yeah. You could have got at least probably 10 mil out of Suarez, maybe 8 mil out of Rakitic. There's 18 mil right there. And then Vidal, who was probably the youngest out of all of them.
The fact that Rakitic is still playing at a high level, like in La Liga too, it's just...
He's going to El Shabab.
Yeah, now he's headed to Saudi. With David De Gea, potentially.
He's been on Sevilla for, I think, 4 years now, and he's been playing at a good level. So
yeah, he's one of the reasons they won the Europa League.
Yeah, he is.
Good. He's still good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could have been your Busquets replacement.
No, he couldn't. Stop.
I mean, that was funny, but no.
That was funny. So Barca's looking for a new manager. Who would you like to manage Barca, Casey?
De Zerbi. I think that would be a good choice. I think he plays the style that we need to get back to. Fits a lot of the players. We kind of abandoned that and just tried to kick it down the line a lot of times with Xavi. It didn't work out, and I think once we get back to that actual play it around, keep possession and build up slowly instead of trying to go as fast as you can, lose the ball, and then give up a counterattack every single time, it might work out. Obviously, we've seen what he's done for Brighton with a low transfer budget, in a really good league as well. Hasn't had the most talent, but has been able to motivate his players, bring out talent that we didn't see in the players before. I mean, look at Matoma. He was overlooked. Like, no one really saw what he's been before, De Zerbi really brought out that star in him, as well as many other players, but I would love to see him come to Barca. Do I think it's going to happen? No. I don't. I think our Barca B coach is probably going to be the next coach. It is what it is.
That's why
I mean, it is what it is.
Thiago.
It should be Thiago Motta. It should be Thiago Motta.
It should be Thiago Motta. I think he does. I think he would take
do
over.
a job. He would do well.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. I know Laporta's going to try and make a swing like he always does, and that's something I like about him. He does try and make a swing at what's best for the club and what can bring us back to
what's best for the club, giving reps money.
It was denied, dude. There's no evidence. I sent you the thing the other day, and yet you said they're still guilty. It doesn't make sense, dude.
Hey, there was a manager that has pleaded for Barca to come get him. His name is Thomas Tuchel.
I don't want Tuchel, bro. I don't want Tuchel.
He would do better than Xavi, for sure.
Dude, he would bring in Eric Dyer to play a 3-back.
No thanks. So I'll be Barca B coach, and I'll be content.
Yeah. Do you think they really need a manager to compete in La Liga right now? Is that what they're just missing, or is it the players?
I think we need new players too. I don't think it's all Xavi. I think it's the mentality of our players right now. They're just not bringing it every single game week. They're looking down on these opponents when we play lower level teams. We just don't show up and we think that we're going to steamroll them like we did when Messi was there. It doesn't happen because we don't have the GOAT. We have to play like a normal football club now, and it really hasn't worked out because we have that mentality where we are better, and rightfully so because they went through the best. Most of them went through the best academy in the world. They grew up winning all these games in their lower levels, and they come up to the big leagues, and there's talent on every team. It doesn't matter what team you look at. There's going to be talent. There's going to be players who are hungry to beat Barcelona. And I think a lot of our players haven't understood that. And they were riding off the high of last year Oh, we're fine defensively. Oh, we're fine. Lewandowski's going to bang in 30 goals this season. We're fine. And it just hasn't been like that, you know? And although, like, we still have talent on our roster, it's just not working because of the mentality. And maybe, I'm sure part of it is Xavi, but part of it's also the players being ready to play every single game, and it just hasn't been like that.
Fair. Do you think if they bring in a new coach, they bring in new signings, can they compete with Real Madrid next year if Madrid brings in players as well?
Depends who.
Okay, let's say hypothetically, Real Madrid goes out and gets a new left back and brings in Mbappe.
Probably not. I would say probably not. I think you guys won't get Mbappe.
And what if we get? Well, okay, not Mbappe, but we bring in a number 9. Let's say that we bring in like an Osimhen or some crap like that. I don't know.
Then no, Sam. What do you expect me to say? You have a great team already. Like I don't see it happening. I think our team is going to need a few years to develop to be everyone in their prime. I mean, you think about it. 2030, right, is what 6 years away. Lamine Yamal will be 22 at that time. 22 in 6 years. I don't see us being a Champions League winning team, and that's what I consider to be our standard. Be Champions League, at least competing, at least semifinal consistently. You know, I don't see that happening for another 3-4 years. And as sad as it might be, I think we need to play the youth and build through La Masia like we have before. Not go and spend a ton of money like we tried to put a Band-Aid on before last season. Look where we got us now. I mean, I don't see us signing Joe Felix after this season. I think he's going to be way too much money.
Yeah.
Atleti's going to try and do what they always do and get $100 million. Like, it's not going to happen. We won't do that. Cancelo, on the other hand, I think he's been good for us. It depends on what city's asking price. Hold on, Caleb.
He's been horrible this year. What are you talking about?
He's not been bad. He's not been bad.
No, he's been decent. He's been decent this year. He's just been injured. He's just been injured.
Very overrated.
I've seen reports said he won 25 to 30 million for him. I think we could do that. Do I think we should?
No.
I don't know, to be honest.
He's so good.
Say
why
probably
don't you spend
not.
$25 million then?
Huh?
If he's so good, why don't you go out and spend the money then?
It's not. It's about. It's really not about.
If we can flip Dest for 15 to 20 million, I say we go and do it.
Yeah.
If we can't, probably not.
Dest has been informed. We can probably do it.
Eredivisie, so
it's more not even the transfer fee. It's more of the wages, how much he's gonna want. That's where it's really gonna hurt you.
He's not worth it. That's why. He's really not worth it.
Probably isn't, to be honest. I think we need to bring back Nico Williams, play him at CDM. I mean, Pedri, Gavi, bring back Ansu for next season. Victor Roca, keep Farhan if we can. Rafinha, probably sell him in the summer.
Sell Rafinha. You got Fati too. Bring him back.
That's what I'm saying. Bring back Ansu. Sell Rafinha. Start Lamine Yamal. I mean, just play through the youth, really. We need to find a right back. A right back's the only position in need right now. I mean, every other position we have. I mean, it's getting to the point where I'm saying Ter Stegen doesn't deserve this. He is a world-class keeper, and he had a world-class defense last season. It disappeared this season. So I think we might have to get rid of him, honestly, and bring in someone else. He's going on 30 next year. We need to keep Kundo. We need to keep Christensen. I don't know what else besides that. Bring in youth players. Don't sign anyone. That's it. Don't spend money.
Oh, yeah. Love to hear in the comments which both of our your guys' teams are about to go through a rebuild. Let's see who's
rebuild's gonna be more
better.
dire. I'd say Liverpool.
Liverpool's.
Why, it's gonna be better?
Dire.
It's gonna be Liverpool.
We got Xabi Alonso. I think we'll be.
Okay, you're not have Xabi Alonso yet, so calm yourself.
I don't think he's gonna leave Leverkusen though. Do you?
I don't think he does.
I
think he waits a year.
And he said that he loves Liverpool more than any other club, even more than Madrid. When he said he thought that Madrid was going to be his favorite club because it's his home country, but Liverpool is different, is what he said.
That's kind of funny, actually. That's really
Don't come at me.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
That's funny,
Can't handle
but
it.
I don't think he leaves Leverkusen after the season.
And
How could you?
another thing that I
No.
saw that was hilarious on Twitter, he was
Good
posting,
against Bayern.
when he was playing for Bayern, he literally posted that this is Anfield while he's playing for Bayern. He went and played the Legends match while he was still playing for Bayern Munich. So
Okay. Players have done that before. It's not new.
I'm just saying. If we get
Dale,
him or
Dale,
we
do you guys
get
go in Allison anytime soon?
no, why would we ever do that? It's the best goalie in the world. That'd be the dumbest thing that we'd ever do.
Okay. You could
don't
sell
sell
him for
your-
you could sell him for 80, 90 million right now, probably.
No, I would keep him. He's priceless. He's priceless.
No,
The
he's
amount of
not.
times the guy saves us because we play a high line. If you play a really good pass over their heads and we're not ready for it, he's saving it most of the time.
Like, so you're afraid you're gonna pull Man United, get rid of your club legend goalie, and then bring in someone else?
I mean, sure. I mean, I guess. I mean, we've had some shaky goalkeepers, so you never know.
Yeah, bring
You
back
gotta-
Mignolet.
Oh yeah.
Hey, we have
Bring
Cal.
back Pepe Reina.
Pepe Reina was a beast. I liked him.
Speaking of
Bring
club legends, Lionel Messi and Inter Miami played today against Al Hilal, and that game did not go well for Inter Miami. Inter Miami was down 2-0 within 15 minutes of the game. And the game ended 3-4. Suarez got a goal. Messi scored a penalty and an assist, but Al Hilal scored. I do believe Malcolm scored, and a couple other players scored. 3-4. Have you guys watched them lately?
I haven't.
I didn't see this game. No.
Yeah, so they've played 3 games so far. They played El Salvador's national team, and they played FC Dallas's team. They tied El Salvador. The big boys played 45 minutes against FC Dallas. I believe they played at least 75 minutes. Lost 1-0, and then today lost again, and they played majority of the game. This team they do not look good. They look slow. They have glimpse of chances, and they just try to be too fancy with it. I was able to watch some of the game. It's just they don't look good. I'm nervous for them going into the MLS. I'm really nervous. I don't think they're the best team in the East. Hate to say it. They're not the best team.
I mean,
They might be the best team.
MLS teams are fan. I don't know.
They just played against an MLS team and lost to FC Dallas.
It's not the season, though.
I'm just saying.
They played Jesus Ferreira.
count-
They played their big boys.
Yeah, don't start counting them out. It will come back to bite you. That's what
I'm
you did.
counting. I don't think they're the best
League
team.
Cup, too.
I think they're the best on paper, but I don't think they're
What
the
you
best
did in the
team.
League Cup as well. So I wouldn't try it again. I'm not saying that they're gonna be far and away better than everyone else, but it's likely they're gonna be the top couple teams.
I don't think they're better than the Crew.
They're gonna win the
Hate to-
Supporter Shield regardless.
I don't know if I've win the Sport Shield. I feel like they're more likely to win the Cup than the Supporter Shield.
I think they'll win the Supporter Shield.
I think they win League's Cup. That's it. I don't think they win it. I don't think they win MLS Cup.
To win too.
I don't think they're winning MLS Cup. They don't win MLS Cup 100%. They're gonna commit to one because Suarez is 39.
Where do you think they'll be, Sam? Sam in the league.
Suarez is 39. He's not gonna play the entire season. He's not gonna play every single game in all these competitions because you forget they're in MLS Cup, they're in Leagues Cup, they're in CONCACAF, and they're in one other stupid tournament.
They took out the Open Cup.
Oh yeah, they took out the Open Cup. So 3. Suarez is 39. He has bad knees and he can barely run. He's not playing every single game. He's going to be hurt some of the games. Messi, they're not going to play him every single game, especially if they think they're not going to win one tournament. They're probably going to start benching him and focusing on something else. Jordi Alba will probably play every game. Busquets maybe will play every game. But the two main guys, Suarez and Messi, they won't play every game. And then when you watch the game against El Salvador, when they came out, they even looked worse. They looked even worse. playing all their other guys. There's no chemistry between them. There's no glue. There's nothing. It just looks bad. But then we look at some of these guys that are coming over. Like I watched some of the Red Bulls game with Forsberg. He looks great with the team. He's fitting in completely good with Red Bulls, which I think he's really good.
I see what you're saying. I just wouldn't count him out. Plus, you're forgetting they have Tata, who was already
Tata sucks.
Shut up,
He already
Sam.
won MLS Cup before. He's a good manager.
He's an okay manager.
I mean, the reason you're saying he's not a good manager is because he had the worst Mexican team in God knows when, and he lost to the U.S., which is a better team than Mexico right now. I don't see him as a bad manager. I think he's a good manager. And
I don't think he's a great manager.
For MLS, he's pretty good. He's in the top couple.
Yeah.
Nancy, obviously, I'd take over. But
I would love to see Crew versus Miami in the final or the semifinal.
We're going.
I just think I think the team to beat.
Dude, if Messi
Crew.
and Suarez don't play, I might cry, honestly.
What, you gonna sell your ticket? Scalp your ticket at that point. It'll be like $5 at that point. We all know that.
Yeah, but might get half the value back, maybe.
I don't know. I remember when Atlanta United, everybody bought those tickets for Atlanta United, and he didn't play, and those tickets were like $5 at that point for resale. No one was going to those games. I'm just saying, they have the best team on paper, but they're old, they're slow. I don't know if they can handle some of these guys. I think
you don't think they can handle the MLS? Suarez just played in Brazil for 2 years.
I think they can. Okay, but the Brazilian league is not better than the MLS league. Come on.
I don't know, buddy. I really don't. I'd probably say.
I like the Crew. I like Philadelphia.
For Gremio, these are his stats, by the way. 53 appearances, 26 goals, and 17 assists.
Yeah,
that's almost a goal or an assist a game, dude. And you're saying he's washed.
I mean, he's a deadly finisher. He might not be.
Now, if they go out and get Coutinho, I think then I would be a little scared. But they need someone else.
Coutinho's not going to fix it, bro. There's not really anything to fix.
What do you mean, Skull? They got Gressel. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Gressel's going to bang in some crosses to Suarez, dude.
They have no defense. They traded away Kamal Miller for some dumb reason.
They don't need defense.
Yeah, they do. I still like Crew's chances. I like Philadelphia's chances. I think the Red Bulls are up and up again, and I think FCC. Those are the 4 teams that I think
no
are the
one's
best.
scared of the Red Bulls, dude.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
I would.
You're forgetting Orlando as well.
Oh yeah, and Orlando. 5 teams that are in the. I said Philadelphia.
Oh, did you know?
Yeah, I did.
You must have cut out, Sam. You must have cut out.
Okay, that's who I think. Well, I think
what
they
about
win
Charlotte,
these cup.
Sam?
No. Maybe if they had Frank Lampard as their manager instead of Dean Smith, maybe.
What about Chicago, Sam?
Oh gosh.
With Shaqiri. What's next? You gotta say DC United?
They're coming back though. Christian Benteke.
All I know is I'm psyched for MLS.
Yeah, me too.
We will have to do a long podcast on the preview for MLS because it's coming soon. It's actually coming sooner than I thought.
And the Champions League's about to be back soon. Gosh, we haven't seen. I'm ready to watch some teams get killed by Real Madrid here.
I'm ready for Madrid to get knocked out.
Yeah, we're gonna get knocked out the Leipzig. Good one.
Dude, they're pretty good over there, you know. They don't have what's his name anymore. He went to Tottenham, but
they also don't have Forsberg either.
Yeah,
they don't have anyone. They're all old and slow. What, Paulson's gonna do something against us? Come on. Also, we'll have Eder Militao back by then. Yeah, Leipzig, they're doing so good. They're in 5th.
I thought it was a Farmers League, Sam.
It is a Farmers League, bud. Hey, have fun against Napoli. At least we beat them.
We'll have a great time.
We beat them.
Yamal's gonna cook.
What, you gonna call up Ronaldinho's son next? He's in La Mesa.
We're signing Messinho from Brazil too, so That's
No,
his
you're
nickname,
not.
Messi.
He's going to Chelsea, you ding dong.
He's already denied Chelsea, you ding dong.
He's already denied you because you have no money.
No, he hasn't. No, he's waiting for us. He has multiple
No,
offers
he's-
from Premier League clubs, but he's denied them.
He has not denied us. We're the front runners for Messinho.
No. His favorite club is Barca. He's denied other clubs. So
Dude, we are linked to him. And if
What are you
anything,
gonna-
he's probably gonna.
what are you gonna pay? 120 million again?
Probably. That's what we like to do.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about Chelsea all day.
Yeah, because they haven't had anything. Wait till Poch gets fired.
All right,
Being
Sam.
like,
Before we wrap up real quick, we'll give you a 1 minute time slot. Chelsea, how are they doing this season? How are the signings looking?
well, we haven't made any signings, so.
I'm talking about from the previous transfer windows.
Oh, from
Going
summer.
now.
Chelsea, we're in 9th place behind United. We look like crap. Cole Palmer's been informed that in January, 5 goals and 5 appearances in the month of January. He's about to pop off. We got a big game against Liverpool coming up. Should be a thrilling 0-0 tie. If not, it'll probably be a 1-0 win for Chelsea with Cole Palmer with a penalty. But we need some signings. We need a striker. I would love Ivan Toney. He is a baller. But I am willing to wait for Osimhen in the summer. He's pretty much picked Chelsea as his next club. Pretty much. He's been a Chelsea fan for a while. I think he picks Chelsea. I think we're the favorites to land him. I think he wants to come to us, as I believe. If we can get Osimhen, I'll be happy with that. We need to sell Conor Gallagher. He is just awful.
Wow.
We need a new center mid. We need a cam because Nkunu is always injured. I wouldn't mind going after. I would love to go after Bentancur, but I know he won't be available from Tottenham. Like Rabiot from Juventus, but he probably won't be available. Honestly, I would take Lo Celso at this point.
You need a couple of CDMs. Your 2 CDMs you bought this summer are kind of trash.
Oh, Lavia's been injured.
250 million.
Lavia's been injured pretty much all season, so he hasn't done anything. Caicedo is kind of still finding his footing. I would like to go after
the next 2 seasons.
I would like to go after like Rodrigo De Paul or a Marco Llorente to play right next to Enzo Fernandez because I think that's what he needs. And then we need to get we need to go get Diamande from Ivory Coast, the Sporting Lisbon guy. I think him next to either Wesley Fofana next year or Badi Ashio, I think would be great. Oh, he would play.
Fofana,
and then
he has barely played.
Well, he's injured. He tore his ACL again, so he's never gonna play right now. And then we need to. There are these players that I hate the most. Matan's one of them, and Cucurella's the other one. Both of them I would just love to cut for no money. I would take the cap hit and cut both of them, and I don't care because they're both terrible players. But Cucurella should not be playing for us. We played him at right back one game, and it looks really stupid. Cucurella is terrible. We need
he's the new Azpilicueta, bro.
I like Cowell playing at left back, but we are linked to the boy Jedi Robinson, Anton Robinson at Fulham. So if we can get Robinson and maybe pick up Dest next year, I'm okay running the U.S. boys in the back. I would take that.
This is the problem with Chelsea now. You know, they used to have, we need maybe one player in order to win the Champions League. We need one player to win the Premier League. We need this signing. We need this signing. We need this signing. We have to build this all. We have to build this
I just want to say,
then maybe we'll be Champions League contender. We'll maybe finish
I just
top
want to
4.
say this. In the Abramovich era, we had captains out of captains for international teams. We had the Ivory Coast captain, Drogba. We had Nigeria's captain in John Obi Mikel. We had England's captain in John Terry. We had Czech Republics with Czech. Like, we had great players because we had an owner that knew how to buy people and knows how to run a club. We have Todd Bowley over here. Yes, I like Todd Bowley because he has a lot of money, and that's what we need. But we buy the wrong players. Stop buying 20-year-olds.
You know I'm going to call the Chelsea versus Liverpool from now on?
Huh?
You spent $1 billion and you downgraded every position possible.
Dude, I could run Chelsea better than Todd Bowley right now.
If you would have still had Giroud Willian, freaking Jorginho.
Okay, William's like 39 years old.
They would all be doing better. They would all be doing better.
Not a 39-year-old William.
He's doing better than Mudryk and Sterling are right now for Fulham.
Yeah.
Giroud's doing better than Nicholas Jackson is.
Yeah, what happened to Nicholas Jackson? You said you need a striker, Sam. What about Nicholas Jackson?
We need a proven striker, not a
Anyways, before we wrap up, I would like to say the Liverpool-Chelsea game, I'm now calling it the baseball derby.
It is.
Yeah.
Take me out to the ball game, boys. Get some peanuts and
Dodgers
guys.
versus the fact that both of our teams are blue and red, and the baseball teams are blue and red,
funny.
and they're both on the east and west coast, like total opposites.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Is there anything else for today?
No, I think we hit everything.
Yeah.
Hopefully we're back for another episode this weekend. Definitely try to get something out to you guys soon. Casey, what about the basketball episode?
We'll be filming a basketball episode here soon. We got to recap some major things midway into the season. All-Star break's coming up, so recapping.
Cavs are the most informed team right now in the NBA. Cavs are the most informed team.
Cavs are doing well right now. I will agree, but
yeah, we'll also.
Mobley around, so what does that to do with something?
So
Mobley just played.
You guys will probably see this episode tomorrow as well, with our college football one released tomorrow as well, both around 10 a.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. Western time. Also, the NFL season just wrapped up, so we'll probably try to get something out there by the end of the week to preview the Super Bowl game. Wrapping up, got coaches movement.
Watch the Super Bowl.
And then with the NFL, we'll probably get out my mock draft 3.0 out here to you soon. Yeah,
this
tune in
boy
for that. That
works
should be
hard
fun.
on them. Tune in for it. He works hard.
Yes, sir. I gotta sit there and watch film for God knows how long on some of these
watches
guys.
the linemen. He watches the punters. He watches the kickers. He watches the backups. You gotta tune into the mock draft.
Yeah, and then we'll probably try to get better on releasing some of these NCAA basketball. With basketball, it's a little bit harder to keep up with just because there's so much going on, so much change.
March Madness coming up soon.
March Madness coming up soon. You'll hear us from March Madness. But yeah, keep a lookout. Subscribe to the Net to Net podcast on Spotify and YouTube. We'd love to hear in the comments below who will have a tougher rebuild coming in the next season. Will it be Liverpool without Klopp, or will it be Barcelona without Xavi Hernandez? Definitely good to see it, and we'll see you guys soon. Peace.
Peace.